Hello. In another video, I show you how to do air layer. So in this video, I'm going to show you what to do after the roots start to come out. Now I have done air layer on these couple branches from Japanese maple, and these are the green type Japanese maple, which it can be air layering. This one we know for the work for sure. So I've done this about 5 weeks ago, and the roots start to come out. It looks like it's ready for to be cut off from the main tree. So let's do it. Okay, so this is the Japanese maple that I air layered, and the roots start to come out already. You can see right here. You can see them running down. They both have it. So these are ready. I'm gonna cut them off. One, and we'll cut off this one as well. So we'll take it back. So why people do air layer instead of raft? So you guys see, I can show you a difference. So this tree right here, this is called Hanamata, and it's really beautiful. It is 2 years old. I bought this, this is the second year, and look at the difference. I air layered that one, and instantly, you see how big it gets? I'm gonna have a new tree, and look at the trunk. This trunk right here would take, almost my thumb size. It would take about 3 to 4 years easily to get that big. So it's really quick. It's a really good way of how to propagate plant. Okay. So, all right, I'm gonna show you how to pot them and make a new tree out of it. When you see it here, I'll put it down. Now I cut already. You see these roots? Plenty. This one too. See, plenty roots already formed. Okay, I'm gonna remove the plastic, and let's see how the roots actually look like. So you want to do this gently. You don't really want to break this root ball, the dirt ball. So when I put it together, I have slit it open. Some people, they just kind of like don't really care to remove this. They just cut some opening because the root's gonna grow out of it, and which will work fine too. You can rip it apart as well, because these are just, I just use like this regular plastic bag. So you just rip them apart. So you see, there's a good root system already come out. So for our purpose, there's a two way. There's these pots here, and there's this pot. I would recommend to use these here, had an opening on the side, because this way you can see the roots come out. It's easier to spot. Versus this one, you can see it kind of going straight out. Go straight out first, and this is come out on the side. They both gonna come out, but this is, a different design. So, and also, I would recommend that you turn this upside down and put in 2 screws on both sides, and I'll show you what it's for in a few minutes. And then fill this up with some dirt. And then put this in the middle. You can see, it doesn't have to be all the way because there's no roots on top here. But try to get it down. And then what you do is, because I have those two, well, maybe I want this a little bit lower. So I have 2 screws, and that's gonna help holding the tree in place. And make it a little bit lower. There we go. So, like that. Okay. So, have this tied up. Let me just tie this up before I put that in. It's easier. And then do this side. Then put the tree down. And tie this up. So why do I do that? Now it's holding pretty well. I don't have to do that little stick, and that stick, it doesn't really hold things in that well either. I'm gonna move this out of the way. So the stick, doesn't hold in well. You can see this is pretty sturdy. Then you can move around. New roots coming out, it doesn't get damaged, anything like that. I'll fill this up. And by the way, I'm using these pea moss to fill these up. I can put it aside. You don't have to. Don't really have to press it down hard. I need some more. So, anyway. Just leave it loose. Because what we want to do is to have the water suck it up easily. Okay. And maybe I put a little bit more. Just want to make sure that it filled up. So what you do is just shake it. Normally just shake it is good enough. Don't have to press it down. It doesn't have to be compressed. Okay. The important part is I want to fill it up with some dirt. Okay. All right. Good. Look good now. So what we want to do next is basically get in a bucket, and I happen to have a bucket here. This is and you can have like about 1 inch of water, and then put this in. So I currently have a little bit more than 1 inch of water. Okay, this is what it look like. So I put in a pot. There's some water in it. And I just let it sit there. I don't have to trim anything. I'll just keep everything as it is. Okay? And in about 3-4 weeks, the whole bunch of roots gonna come out. And I'm gonna show you the one that I have done a few weeks ago. And the roots, there's a whole bunch of roots come out. So once you put this in the water, you want to give it a little bit of water. The pea moss will soak up the water itself and will keep the tree from being dried out. And you want to give it some water right away, so that way it keep it cool. But overnight, the water gets soaked up, and the whole thing gonna be wet. And in 3 to 4 weeks, gonna be a bunch of roots come out. So this tree here, I cut it out and potted with pea moss about 4 weeks ago, and you can see plenty of roots coming out on the bottom already. And see, this part here is hard to see. This is what I pointed out a while ago. If you on the side, then the roots come out on the side is a lot easier to see. And you can see this is a huge tree now, see? And it grow. I cut it off. You can see there's new branch coming out already. See right here? Very healthy. So I'm gonna repot this one into the soil next, and it become a tree already. And you can see on top too. See right here? You see root coming out right there already? So this whole thing is like tons of roots inside already. I'm gonna take it out of the container. And this is how much roots been in there after a few weeks. Unbelievable. See that? That's a lot of roots. This is another tree, another one that I done a few weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. See? Tons of roots coming out. So easy to spot on this one. And pretty big size. Gonna be a good tree. Okay, so that's how you take care of the fresh cut air layer and get more roots out and make sure the plant is healthy and survive before you replant them. Or one more tip before I end the video is that during the summer or during the hot days, make sure you check and the water level doesn't drop. Always minimum at least 1 inch of water in the container, always. Because once it drop or it run out, any roots that come out, the root gonna dry up and they're gonna die. And you don't want that. You wanna keep the water at least 1 inch filled, so that way the roots always cover. And it has enough water for the peanuts to soak up the water to keep it cool as well. Okay, take care.